Secrets of monastic life and ancient Catholic practices. The hidden wisdom of monks, nuns, and religious orders. For over 2,000 years, Catholic monks and nuns have lived lives of deep prayer, sacrifice, and devotion. Hidden away in monasteries and convents, they have preserved spiritual wisdom, powerful prayers, and ancient practices that still transform lives today. What can we learn from these holy men and women? How can we bring monastic spirituality into our daily lives? Jesus himself set the example, but he withdrew to the wilderness and prayed. Luke 5:16. Let's dive into the mystical world of monasticism and explore its spiritual treasures. The monastic life. Seeking God in silence. Monks and nuns live by one mission: ora et labora, pray and work. Their days are structured around prayer. They pray the liturgy of the hours throughout the day. Silence. Many orders practice sacred silence to hear God's voice. Fasting and self-denial. They sacrifice worldly comforts to grow in holiness. Community life. They live as one family, sharing everything in common. Manual labor. Work is seen as a way to glorify God. Be still and know that I am God. Psalm 46:10. Even though we may not be monks or nuns, we can apply their wisdom to our daily lives. The liturgy of the hours, praying like the early church. The liturgy of the hours, also called the divine office, is the official daily prayer of the church. It sanctifies the entire day by praying psalms, scripture, and hymns at specific hours. It connects us to monks, priests, and nuns worldwide, all praying in unity. It follows the biblical tradition of praying at set times, Psalm 119, 164, the major hours of prayer: morning prayer at Lord's, praising God at sunrise; midday prayer, Terce, Sext, None, offering the work of the day; evening prayer, Vespers, giving thanks for the day's blessings; night prayer, Compline, entrusting the night to God; pray without ceasing, 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Even lay people can pray parts of the liturgy of the hours. It's a powerful way to stay close to God throughout the day. The beauty of Gregorian chant, the music of heaven. Gregorian chant is the sacred music of the church, used in monasteries for centuries. It is deeply prayerful. The slow, meditative melodies lift the soul to God. Biblically rooted, many chants come directly from Scripture, timeless and universal. It is still sung in monasteries worldwide. Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Psalm 96:1. Unlike modern music, Gregorian chant slows us down, removes distractions, and brings in a peace. Try listening to it while praying or working. You will feel the difference. Monastic fasting, the path to spiritual strength. Monks and nuns have practiced fasting for centuries to grow in self-discipline, detach from worldly pleasures, offer sacrifices for the salvation of souls. Many religious orders follow ancient fasting traditions, such as eating only bread and water on certain days, fasting until evening on penitential days, abstaining from meat year-round. Jesus himself fasted for 40 days in the desert, Matthew 4:02, and told us, "When you fast, do not be like the hypocrites," Matthew 6:16. Even if we are not monks, we can incorporate fasting into our lives to grow in holiness. The rule of Saint Benedict. 3 key lessons for daily life. Saint Benedict is considered the father of Western monasticism. He wrote the Rule of Saint Benedict, which still guides monks today. 3 powerful lessons from the Rule of Saint Benedict. Balance ora et labora. Pray and work. We should balance prayer, work, and rest. humility. True holiness comes from serving others in love. Obedience, following God's will, not our own, brings peace. These lessons can transform our lives, workplaces, and families. Listen, my son, and incline the ear of your heart. St. Benedict. The power of sacred silence. Many monks take vows of silence to focus completely on God. Silence allows us to hear God's voice, protects us from gossip and unnecessary speech, brings inner peace and clarity. And John of the Cross said, God's first language is silence. Even in our busy world, we can create moments of silence by turning off the noise, TV, social media for prayer time, spending time in Eucharistic adoration, walking in nature without distractions. God speaks in stillness. Are you listening? Bringing monastic practices into your life. You don't have to live in a monastery to embrace the wisdom of monastic life. Here's how. Start your day with morning prayer like the monks do. Create a structured schedule that includes work, prayer, and rest. Listen to Gregorian chant while praying or reading scripture. Fast regularly to grow in self-discipline and closeness to God. Spend time in silence daily to hear God's voice. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. James 4:8. These simple practices will transform your spiritual life. Why monastic life still matters today. In a noisy, chaotic world, monastic traditions remind us of what truly matters: God, prayer, and holiness. Monks and nuns pray for the world every day. Their wisdom can bring us peace in our own lives. Their disciplines help us grow in virtue. Even if we live in the world, we can live with the heart of a monk, focused on Christ, rooted in prayer, and detached from distractions. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be added to you. Matthew chapter 6, verse 33. Final thought. Could you be called to monastic life? Monastic life is a radical, beautiful calling. If you feel drawn to it, pray and ask God if He is calling you to be a monk, nun, or consecrated religious. If not, you can still apply monastic wisdom to your everyday life. Would you like to go deeper into a specific religious order, fasting method, or prayer practice? Comment below and let us know.